Okay. Thank you very much, our viewers. Just we are coming today with Unit 3 and Chapter 3. The spoken English topic that we are going to deal with it is today's telephoning. Yes. When we are making a telephone call and when we are going to make a response for a telephone call, there are some other kinds and methods of using different phrasal words and phrases and clauses in telephoning. Making a telephone call. When you are making a telephone call, you begin always with hello. Hello, is that Ato Ababa? You are asking the person who is going to receive a message for you. Or you are speaking the caller also. This is Ato Admasu. Or you can say, may I speak to Jalani? Or you can say, can I speak to Wezero Mulatwa? This is the way how you are using and making a telephone call for other individuals or people. In other words, for example, through telephone call, when you are making a telephone call, someone asks you from other parties, could you give him or her a message? Could you tell him who is calling or who called? No, thank you. I will call later. I will call back again. This is the overall how you are making a telephone call with the people. Sometimes you say, for example, no, that's all right. I can call back later. Will you leave a message? Who is calling? May you leave a message for Ato Abebe. Ato Abebe is not here around. When people asking you, you are going to make a response like this one. All right. What time do you expect him or her to come back? Sometimes you are asking or you need an information. This is making a telephone call in general. The second thing under this topic is responding or answering to your telephone call. When you are answering or responding to a telephone call, you are using the following phrases. You use, for example, hello. You say hello and tailing the number. Hello, 09, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Or you can say, for example, if someone asks you, may I speak to Atofantu? Your response is said to be speaking. Short word is speaking, because that person who is holding the telephone is Atofantu. You can say also, begin with greetings, yes. Good morning. Is this Ethiopian Airlines? Good morning. Is this Mr. Jones' residence? Good morning. Is this Black Line Hospital? You are also giving a response through these ways. Or you can say, who is it, please? Because you are picking the number, you don't know the name of a person, even on the mobile cell phone, when only the number is appearing and the name of that individual is not written, a new number is approaching to you through your telephone call, you can say, who is it, please? Or you can say, may I ask who is calling? Or can you call me back? Or you can say, can I take a message? Or you can say, just a minute, wait for a moment. You use this one. Or you can say, for a person who is asking you good morning, your response is going to be said also good morning. Or you can say, for a person who asks you or who make a telephone call through the conversation, good evening or good afternoon, your response also begins with good afternoon and good evening. That's a good way of making a response in your telephone call. The second thing what we are going to see is a substitution drill. The substitution drill is very important because when you are memorizing again and again, when you recite again and again, when you say it again and again in your bedroom or using your salon or using a dining rooms where no one is going to be there, and when you are reserved and alone, it's very important to make substitution drills again and again to master the language. You can say, for example, is this the Ethiopian Airlines? Is this the Ethiopian Insurance Company? Is this Addis Ababa University Registrar Office? Is this Commercial Bank of Ethiopia Lagar Station? Is this the African Union headquarters. Is this the Grand Ethiopian Palace? You can ask like this one. Or for operators, sometimes you can use these words or these phrases when you are calling for the operators who are working in Ethio Telecom or Safaricom. What number should I dial to get the Ethiopian Airlines? What number should I dial to get the Commercial Bank of Ethiopian head office? What number should I dial to get the Ethiopian Airlines ticket office, the Ethiopian Airlines cargo office, the Ethiopian Airlines aviation office, the Ethiopian federal government, you can say Ministry of Education, the federal government of Ethiopian's Ministry of Health? You can ask through these ways. Or sometimes you can use other substitution drills. For example, when you are asking who is calling. Who is that? Who is calling? May I ask who is calling? Who is that who is calling? You can say also. Who is that speaking? Who is speaking? Who is it, please? This is, you need a kind of investigation to know who is calling for you. In other words, other substitution, for example, would you please tell Ato Bekele I called? Would you tell, please, Ato Mammo that I rang? Would you please tell Ato Baisa that I will phone him later? I will call back tomorrow. That the telephone number forward for him. Again, to call for him tomorrow. To call me back when he is free. You are going to put conversation, participation drills like this one. Second session, what we are going to see is the conversations. For example, in arranging an appointment, when you are arranging an appointment with Mr. A and B, you are using your partner, your neighbor, your brother, sister, or anyone who is very close for you to speak in English, because you are developing you can't develop your English alone. But when you are making an interaction with other individuals and when you talk with other people, you can develop your English without any reservations and problems. Good morning, you can say. The other individual says, good morning, is that 020409? Yes. May I speak to Elizabeth, please? Speaking. Because the telephone is in the hand of Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth. This is David. Hi, David. How are you? How's everything? Fine, thanks. By the way, are you free this afternoon? Yes. Why? Let me take you to movie to watch at National Theatre. Wow, that sounds great. Thank you very much. Where shall we meet? In front of the Ethiopian hotel. Okay, see you then. So long. That is how you are making a conversation, model conversation, and participate with one of your colleagues, with one of your partner, and a neighbor. You can practice easily without any reservation problem. Second, conversation is dialing the wrong number. When we are dialing the wrong number, hello, can I talk to Atofanto, please? I'm afraid. You must have dialed the wrong number. I'm sorry. Because this is a polite remarkness of way of saying, I'm sorry, I am afraid. When you are using them, it is indicating that as you are using a polite remarks in your speech. The other one, a servant or a midwife or one of their family members pick the telephone and he says, Atumamo's resident. Good evening. Can I speak to Atumamo, please? I'm sorry, but he is out at this moment. Thank you. Goodbye. You can say goodbye. This interaction, the person who is making a deal or who is making a telephone call can't get Atumamo. Immediately, the response is that they are using this one. The other one is asking for information between operator and Addis Ababa University students. An operator begins with this one. Good morning, this Addis Ababa University Registrar Office. Wizard Alto says, good morning, I'm calling from Walaga. Whether Alto immediately the operator say, whom do you want to speak to? I don't want to speak to anybody or anyone, but I want to ask you an information about when the registration begins. So immediately the operator says, not at all, because would you mind? Alto asked the operator, would you mind telling me? Would you mind informing me, Lucas? So the operator's answer is not at all. It's on September 21st. Whether Alto says, thank you very much, goodbye. Again, the operator says, you are welcome, goodbye. This is how the conversation helps you to master and entertain with this language. Subscribe, share, like it, and comment on this topic. We'll proceed to the next chapter. Thank you for watching us.